Shatawale is currently going wild and he's coming for every single one of you.
Hey, but man, you fool. You guys must be stupid. But you know the money we man is my music alone, my dish talk my music alone. How much with this? Check. How much with this? Me.
From the President of the Republic to Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, you have tried so much. Please, I beg you, ban Ghana. But you see Ghana, you can ban, or I don't care which I'm talking to you, but you see Ghana, you have to ban Ghanaians from going to America. Ghanaians, they are the most stupid people in the world. They have won awards, the most foolish country awards, the most foolish people awards, the most foolish citizen awards, the most foolish everybody awards.
To even the common average civilian who has no idea what's going on. Shatta does not care. He wants everybody's head.
We by December make me out to another Rolls Royce. Jimmy, a boy.
The man really vexed. He doesn't even care what comes out of his lips anymore. Whatever his big brain comes up with, he's just like, run it.
Jimmy, a boy. Boy. Stupid citizens. You think I can't do music like your artist?
This man is so off his rocker that he's even threatening one of the wealthiest men in Ghana, Dr. Osei Kwame despite.
Anybody will go make that mistake again. When you could go UTV, Peace FM, those kind of things, and go mention my name for the things I will talk about despite. This country will not go hold them. This country, will not go hold them.
Shatta claims to have some deep, dark secrets about Despite, which, if revealed, will turn the whole nation of Ghana upside down. And we wouldn't really like that, would we? So if for some reason you don't know who Dr. Osei Kwame Despite is, he's a very wealthy entrepreneur and businessman who owns one of the biggest media empires in Ghana and has several other ventures too. He recently opened an auto museum in Accra to showcase his expensive, luxurious cars. He's rich, but like many other rich people in the world, there's a little asterisk by their wealth and how they manage to gain so much fortune in this lifetime. For many, it doesn't make sense because a lot of people work so hard for so long and they do not even scratch the surface of the wealth these people have been able to make. So there's always a little cloud of suspicion around them and how they truly make their money. And Ghanaians have questions. They're like, we see all your accomplishments and how great your life is, but the thing is, your story doesn't add up. No, something is up with your story. You're telling me you got this rich by selling cassettes and CDs in the streets of Kumasi? There's no way. Now let's go back to Shatawale and that threat he had for Despite.
Anybody will go make that mistake again. When you could go UTV, Peace FM, those kind of things, and go mention my name for the things I will talk about Despite. This country will not go hold them.
If there was anything he knew which was going to shock people and shake the nation to the max, it would most definitely have to be how Despite acquired his wealth. Nothing else would really shock Ghanaians. That's what people want to know. People have been asking that question for years. So if Shatta was to reveal something crazy, it wouldn't be easy in this country. But maybe it could be something totally different, and I'm so wrong about this. We don't know until Shatta decides to reveal it, which I don't think he ever will. But that isn't all. Shatta isn't going crazy for no reason. There's a very good reason why Shatawale is crashing out. And we are going to be talking about that later in this video. And the truth is, Shatawale is not the only person going crazy on the internet about that event we'll be talking about. There are other people on Twitter who are tweeting out things which make you go, wait, whose side are you on? There's a particular girl we'll be talking about called Kwitachi, whose tweets about the situation stirred up a fire in the stomachs of all 9 to 5 workers. All of them were out on Twitter for a head. We're going to be talking about that very soon. But before we do that though, if you're enjoying this video, please remember to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the one and only Charles Ni Ama, also known as Pani, better known as the only Ghanaian musician to collaborate with Beyonce. So the question is, why is Shatawale insulting you, me, your mom, your dad, and everybody you've ever met who is Ghanaian? he's only insulting Ghanaians. He has such strong hatred for most Ghanaians. The reason is simple. It's not very complicated. Shatta says Ghanaians are just too negative. We are just so ready to tear people down.
What is this? What at all is wrong with Ghanaians in this country? Like, what is fucking wrong with you people? You won't find something to do. Somebody they try to do something. You won't see in totals of the thing what the person they do. Don't you have things doing, my brother, my sister? Are you okay? Are you okay? What is wrong? What is this attitude for? What is this behavior for?
If anybody dares to get rich in Ghana, Ghanaians are ready to pull them down and make sure they never get back up. In short, we are wicked. But what did we do? I don't remember doing anything to Shatawale, and I don't think you did either. It's actually not about you and I, but this picture over here. More specifically, the other man in this picture with Shatawale. That man is Shatawale's godfather, and I don't even want to know what that means. His name is Joseph Kwadwo Bedu-Boateng, popularly known as Dada Boat's Remix, and he seems to be Shatawale's sponsor. He even says something to that effect in this video.
Most of your artists, they don't get father like my father. My father, they like President Mahama. He work hard. So right now, what are they organizing? I be like, Semi Sharaf. I don't organize boxing in music for you. I invite Beyonce, Vibes Cartel. I invite, like Joshua Anthony or that boxer.
So based on that clip, his godfather helps him organize events. I don't know what he helps him organize, but from what I understand, he's basically saying his godfather sometimes helps him financially. That could be what he means. I don't know. But whatever it is, it probably involves money. But there's another problem. This man here was recently apprehended by the FBI. Not Ghana Kuti, No. US FBI came to Ghana, picked this man up. The FBI believes that Dada Boat here is a scammer. They believe he has stolen almost $100 million from US citizens from 2013 to 2023. That might be wrong. I'm going to put the right one here. They believe that this man has been spearheading the charge for reparations from white people. In some documents released, it was revealed that the man was using romance scams and other forms of fraudulent means to acquire money from elderly American citizens. So after the news broke, many Ghanaians were like, Shatta, is this not your guy? That's your godfather. And you've also made very huge claims that you are one of the richest musicians in Ghana. There's nobody richer than you. You have mansions and cars all over the country. And you somehow did all of this by singing Kai Kai, Kai Kai, Shatawale, I come like Kai. It doesn't sit right with my soul. That's what the Ghanaians were saying. They were also saying that Shatawale, you are a very successful artist, but if you're being honest, you're not the most successful Ghanaian artist. But those who we think are better at this music thing than you have not been able to make or acquire the purchases you've made. So people were basically calling for the FBI's attention and directing it to Shatawale. They were like, you caught this guy, look, they were in this picture together, so put 2 and 2 together. Come and pick him up. So Shatawale really vexed. He's not about to lose everything because of Ghanaians. He has worked way too hard for any of that. And that is why you and I, fellow Ghanaians, are being insulted. So, yeah. One of our biggest celebrities. But I get it though. I would really crash out too if I knew I was working so hard and some bums on the internet are telling me that I gained it by doing fraud. Moving on. Now let's discuss how Despite's name got into the mix. And this is also very simple. You see, earlier I said Despite owned a huge media empire. He owns so many radio stations and TV stations. I don't even want to get into it. And because of how controversial and unlikable Shatawale is to many people in the traditional media space, they tend to bash him every single chance they get. So when this whole FBI thing came and Dada Boat was arrested, The employees of Despite's media empire were echoing that message. FBI, look at him. Look, he just bought a Rolls Royce. That cost about 500,000 US dollars. How is he making all that money? GRE, look into him. FBI. And that has been the whole thing. So Shatawale is going crazy. People on the internet are bashing him and calling the FBI on him. When he turns on the TV, the media, the traditional media, is also calling for his head. Nowhere cool for that guy. So, again, understandable. And according to Shatawale, this has been going on for a while. They always speak negatively of Shatawale. And he's saying, Mr. Despite, look, I've been talking to you and people who work for you. I don't like that your employees are constantly bashing me. They want to take my head off. I don't know what I've done to them, but please tell them to stop. Please.
If you did that, then you paint people, you tell people who me Shatawale be. How can you go and sit on radio and say, the time I meet medical, no way medical change? If you say medical be small boy, if you employ everybody where they sit for that foolish piece FM there where they sit there. I respect you so much, but I say, I thought this matter, I thought for this year, nobody solve them. And it's ongoing. Women, I'm person me nice time. I mean, chow. I mean, because one motivate yenumbi. But the way I don't know, kono, see me, person see me, and I don't like that.
Because whatever I've been doing is totally legitimate, just like you. And I swear to God, if the GRA calls me today, I will reveal things about you don't want the world to know. Yeah. So, men mount. I don't even know what that means, but men mount. And that is why Shatawale is going so crazy on every Ghanaian ever. And many people are saying, Shatta, if you're innocent, ignore it and move on with your life. Continue making music. Continue making your money. If you're innocent, nobody will knock on your door. I understand why Shatawale would do that, because we already know he's a very outspoken person, and it's really not cool for people to be bashing you from head to toe. Everywhere you turn, there's somebody bashing you. That could drive a person crazy. Facts. So what do you think? Do you think Shatawale's outburst makes him look more guilty or innocent? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us pivot our attention to Miss Kwitachi over here. You see, Kwitachi is a social media influencer. I don't even know what that word means anymore, but she's very popular on X. She's been posting pictures unboxing Apple products, very expensive bags, and she seems to have some money. But somehow she managed to get herself embroiled in this FBI fraud scammer thing. And she wasn't on the popular side. During the height of this brouhaha, Kwitachi tweeted this out. I'm just saying you should be happy that justice is served. Good so far? Not because you failed to look for more, so now you want the system leveled. That right there broke a lot of hearts. When the 9-to-5ers heard that, they fell to their knees. God, what am I doing wrong? They are saying I'm not looking for more because I'm not defrauding people and stealing from them. That is what this tweet says. Nobody's going to change my mind. So what she's basically saying is, we are jealous that people who looked for more, who worked harder while we were sleeping, who were typing and convincing people to send them money. We are jealous because while we were sleeping, other people were working hard and scamming people on the internet. So that makes us losers, essentially. So when that tweet hit the timeline, everybody was like, hey, what? Because I don't want to steal from people and ruin their lives, I'm not looking for more? That's crazy. We can't believe you are defending the thieves. So like boys do, they went on her page and started digging up the tweet where she was unboxing those luxury products. And the boys started looking at each other like, they probably got a bomber. The boys put videos like this and were like, oh, we get it now. You're scared your bomber is going to get caught. Or maybe he has even been caught. Basically, the internet believes she's a beneficiary of these scams, and that's how she's able to afford the luxurious life she lives. But it didn't stop there. This woman also came with more tweets. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm just going to mention one more and close this video. She said, you're mad at men who won't even look your girlfriend's way. LOL. Weird anger and jealousy. Yeah. If you've been on the timeline, you understand what she means with this tweet. Because after we were alerted that the FBI was in town, a lot of people were celebrating. They shared stories of these fraud boys stealing their girls and sending them huge amounts they hadn't even seen in their entire lives, just ruining relationships and leaving a trail of broken hearts at their wake. In both Shatawale's and Kutachi's case, I don't think they really needed to say anything. They could have kept quiet and continued doing what they were doing, but they decided, you know what, we are going to speak, we have to say something, and they did. Whatever. But like I just said, these outbursts makes you look more guilty than innocent. To close out the video, I'd like to send a message out to the boys whose women have been snatched from them by these fraudsters, these thieves, these scammers. Your tears won't be in vain. All your hurt, all your pain, and your PTSD coupled with hard work and dedication is going to transform you into a man you never thought you could be. A version of yourself who you feel is adequate and worthy of love. Or all that pain might just turn you into a villain like this guy who said, I studied business in Presec, not general arts. But after I started talking to this girl from Wesley Girls, some 21-year-old fraudster carry her go. When the results came, I applied to University of Ghana Law School, so I'll be a lawyer and face fraudsters. I hate Wesley girls and fraudsters. So young men in the audience, the choice is yours. Dedicate your life to hunting these people down, or turn all that pain and that hurt into making yourself better. I think both actually make you better, but yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with another person. Thank you, and I will see you another time. Bye bye. Don't fail to look for more.